214. Their views aggregation OpenCritic criticized CD Projekt Red for deliberately attempting to misrepresent the game, and not delivering review copies for Xbox One and PlayStation 4, knowing it would receive a negative reviews. 215. A class action lawsuit representing those making investments in CD Projekt during 2020 was filed on the 24th of December, 2020 in California, asserting that the company made fraudulent claims. Top state of Cyberpunk 2077 as to mislead those investors winking sad smiley 216. A second similar class action suit had also been filed by January 2021. 217. By May 2021, 4 separate lawsuits against CD Projekt had been filed over Cyberpunk 2077, and had been subsequently merged into one common action. 218. CD Projekt proposed a settlement with the investors in December 2021, providing $1.85 million to the group as part of the terms. 219, which was approved by a judge in January 2023. 220. Poland's Office of Competition and Consumer Protection began an investigation of the game in January 2021, asking CD Projekt for an explanation regarding problems with the game and actions taken by them. 221, having previously asked its employees to work 6-day weeks for several final months of the development of the game. The company ditched plans to tie developers' bonuses to review scores, choosing instead to pay out the full bonus regardless. 222. Jason Schreier of Bloomberg News said that, based on discussions with CD Projekt developers, a major reason for the poor performance of Cyberpunk 2077 on release was underestimating the effort that would be needed. While more than twice as many developers were brought on board to help with the game compared to The Witcher 3, CD Projekt had only expected the same amount of time to complete the game, so that the bulk of development towards the game only began in late 2016. The expanded scope of Cyberpunk 2077, including the game's new engine, had created difficulties, and while there were more developers, there was less organization of their various functions that further hampered the development, according to Schreier's report. Many developers urged management to hold off on the game's release. 223. Co-CEO Marcin Iwański issued an open message to players on the 13th of January, 2021, apologizing for the state of the game and the company's plans to correct it. Iwański stated that the company underestimated the risk in bringing a game optimized to run on personal computers over to consoles, particularly the older Xbox One and PlayStation 4 consoles. 224. He specifically faulted the in-game streaming engine that was used to load in assets from storage on the fly as the player moved through the game, which was scaled back to work on the older consoles. 225. While they had tested these versions as they approached release, they had not seen the same issues that players had reported in the released version. He affirmed that the developers were not responsible for the release state of the game, but instead this was a choice made by himself and of the management of the company. 224. Besides working to issue refunds and bring the game to a state to return it to the PlayStation Store, Iwański outlined a year-long path that will involve multiple patches to bring the older consoles versions to better performance, and then looking to optimizing the game for new consoles, prior to any further additional content development. 224. Edgerunners release. Despite the rampant technical issues that were prevalent during its initial release that affected the game sales, Cyberpunk 2077 saw an increase in the number of units sold during the year 2022 of up to 18%. with 94% of the sales being digital. 226, 227. This increase was partially attributed to the release of the Netflix anime series Cyberpunk, Edge of Honors, which garnered positive reviews from both critics and fans. 228, 229, and the concurrent release of a game update which added material from the series in the form of multiple items. CD Projekt Red recognized the success of Edge of Honors having driven sales of Cyberpunk 2077 by stating that a significant increase in the amount of the group's sales in the third quarter of 2022 in relation to the reference period was mainly due to a good reception of the Cyberpunk Edge of Honor Update 1.6, which preceded the release on Netflix of the Cyberpunk Edge of Honors anime series. 230. The series would again be referenced in the Cyberpunk 2.0 update that came alongside the Phantom Liberty downloadable content. 231. Sales. Cyberpunk 2077 received 8 million pre-orders on all platforms, of which 74% were digital. 232, and it received more pre-orders than The Witcher 3. Wild Hunt Winking Sad Smiley 233. 1/3 of PC sales were through GOG.com. 234. It was a bestseller on Steam in China. 235. CD Projekt Red has stated that digital pre-orders for the title alone recouped the game's production cost as well as the game's 2020 marketing cost. 236. According to a CD Projekt investors call, sales saw a drastic decline 4 days after release owing to the technical issues present. 237. After the launch, analyst estimations for sales over 12 months fell from 30 million to 25.6 million. 238. Within 12 hours after its release, the game had over 1 million concurrent players on Steam. 239. In Japan, the PlayStation 4 version of Cyberpunk 2077 sold an estimated 104,600 physical units during its debut week, making it the second best-selling retail game of the week in the country. 240. The game passed 13 million units sold in December 2020. 241. 242. It had the biggest digital game launch of all time, selling 10.2 million digital units, 243, and grossed $609 million in digital sales by the 31st of December 2020. 244. By September 2022, the game had sold over 20 million copies units. 245. As of October 2023, it has sold over 25 million units. 246. Awards. Award nominations for Cyberpunk 2077 Year Award Category Result 2013 Golden Trailer Awards 247. Best Video Game Trailer nominated 2018 Game Critics Awards 248. Special Commendation for Graphics 1. Special Commendation for Innovation 1. 2018 Golden Joystick Awards 249. Most Wanted Game 1 Gamers' Choice Awards 250. Most Anticipated Game nominated 2019 Game Critics Awards 251. Special Commendation for Graphics 1. 2019 Golden Joystick Awards 252. Most Wanted Game 1. 202018 Visual Effects Society Awards 253. 254. Outstanding Animated Character in a Commercial, Dex, 1 Gamescom Award 2020, 255. Best PC Game 1, Best Role-Playing Game 1, Best of Gamescom 1, Gamescom Most Wanted Consumer Award 1, Best Sony PlayStation Game 1, 2021 New York Game Awards, 256. Statue of Liberty Award for Best World nominated Herman Melville Award for Best Writing nominated Great White Way Award for Best Acting in a Game, Keanu Reeves, nominated 19th Visual Effects Society Awards, 257, 258, Outstanding Created Environment in an Episode Commercial or Real-Time Project nominated Outstanding Visual Effects in a Real-Time Project nominated 17th British Academy Games Awards, 259, 260, Artistic Achievement nominated Narrative nominated Performer in a Leading Role, Cherami Lee, nominated Performer in a Supporting Role, Carla Tassara, nominated 24th Annual DICE Awards, 261, Role-Playing Game of the Year nominated Golden Trailer Awards, 262, Best Video Game Trailer nominated Best Video Game TV Spot nominated The Game Awards 2021, 263, 264, Best Score and Music nominated Best Role-Playing Game nominated 2023 The Game Awards 2023, 265, Best Ongoing Game 1 Best Community Support nominated Player's Voice nominated Sequel. A sequel, codenamed Project Orion, was announced in October 2022. It will be developed by CD Projekt North America, which has studios in both Vancouver and Boston. Several core team members working on Cyberpunk 2077 will be relocated to Boston to work on the game. The game's development will begin following the release of Phantom Liberty. The next installment is rumored to use Unreal Engine 5 due to the new technology partnership between Epic Games and CD Projekt Red. 266, 267, 268. In June 2023, the director of Phantom Liberty expansion and upcoming sequel, Gabe Amatangelo, confirmed use of Unreal Engine in Cyberpunk 2077.
Good. Let's stop the video.